6. The Stoic's Dilemma. Love, control, and the art of letting go. Chapter 1. The Man of Principle. Ethan Gray had always lived by a code, one rooted in discipline, self-control, and rationality. He was a man of habit, a follower of the Stoic teachings of Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. While others around him were ruled by their emotions, he remained unmoved, always grounded in logic and reason. This mindset served him well in life. At 34, Ethan was successful, a lawyer with a reputation for unwavering composure, a well-maintained apartment with neatly arranged bookshelves, and a daily routine that never wavered. But there was one area where his Stoic philosophy was tested: relationships. He had been in love once, years ago. It had ended in pain, not because of betrayal or conflict, but because he had refused to express emotions in the way his partner needed. He had told himself that emotions were fleeting, that attachment was a weakness. He had let her go, believing it was the rational thing to do. Now he lived alone, content, but often wondering, had he been too rigid? Was love truly something to be conquered by logic? Chapter 2. The unexpected storm life had a way of disrupting even the most structured routines. For Ethan, that disruption came in the form of Amelia Carter. She entered his life on an ordinary Tuesday. It was raining when he stepped into his favorite bookstore, seeking solace in the familiar scent of old paper. That's when he saw her, curly auburn hair, bright green eyes, and an energy that filled the room. She was leaning over a shelf, laughing softly at a book she had just picked up. Ethan wasn't a believer in fate, but something about her presence felt different. He watched, unnoticed, as she moved toward the philosophy section. She picked up a copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and flipped through the pages. "Are you a fan of Stoicism?" Ethan found himself asking before he could stop himself. She turned, surprised but smiling. "I'm trying to be. Life's been throwing a lot at me, and I figured I could use some wisdom from the ancients." Ethan nodded. "It's a good philosophy. Teaches you how to remain steady no matter what happens." "Steady?" Amelia tilted her head. "Or emotionally detached?" Ethan was taken aback. Most people praise Stoicism for its wisdom, its strength, but Amelia had seen something else, something he had never truly questioned. She smiled, her eyes full of mischief. "You look like someone who's read a lot of Stoic philosophy. Tell me, do you ever let yourself feel anything?" And just like that, she had thrown his world into chaos. Chapter 3. The Balance of Passion and Control. Over the weeks that followed, Ethan and Amelia grew close. She was his opposite in every way: emotional, spontaneous, unafraid to embrace the moment. Where he saw logic, she saw beauty. Where he sought control, she found joy in chaos. Yet she was fascinated by his philosophy, and he found himself intrigued by her perspective. One evening, they sat at a quiet cafe, sipping coffee as the city lights glowed outside. "Tell me something," Amelia said, stirring her drink. "If you believe in Stoicism, does that mean you don't believe in love?" Ethan hesitated. "Love is complicated. It creates attachment, and attachment can lead to suffering. Stoicism teaches that we should accept life as it comes, without clinging to things we can't control." Amelia frowned. "But isn't love one of the most natural human experiences? If you try to control it too much, don't you miss out on its beauty?" Ethan considered her words. He had always seen love as a vulnerability, a loss of control. But sitting across from Amelia, he wondered, was avoiding love truly strength, or was it fear? Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. As time passed, Ethan found himself facing emotions he hadn't confronted in years. He cared for Amelia, but he feared the attachment, the inevitable change that love brought. One night, after a long walk through the park, Amelia turned to him with a serious expression. "Ethan, I love you," she said, her voice steady. "And I know you care about me too. But I need to know, are you willing to let yourself feel this, or are you going to push me away?" Ethan's heart pounded. He wanted to tell her that he loved her, that she had become a part of his life in a way he never expected. But his mind resisted. What if things changed? What if he lost her? Instead of answering, he looked away. Love is impermanent, Amelia. Everything in life is. The more we cling, the more we suffer. Amelia's eyes filled with sadness. So that's it? You'd rather stay safe than take a risk on something real? He remained silent. She sighed, stepping back. I thought strength was about facing life, not running from it. Maybe I was wrong. And with that, she walked away. Chapter 5. The Lesson of Loss. Ethan spent the following days in deep thought. He had done what he thought was logical, what Stoicism had taught him,